we're going to have a look at how to make simple drum sounds on FamiStudio. So the only channel to use really for simple drum sounds is the noise channel. Just selecting this simple instrument here, everything sounds fairly noisy, not really anything like drums. I am going to create a new instrument specifically for drums, and I suggest you do that as well. I'm just going to edit it and just call it drums. And the most important thing to change about the drum instrument is the volume envelope. So we're going to select the volume envelope on the drums. We're going to expand it a little to maybe 5 or 6 or something like that. And we want to make it fade out. It's going to be a short staccato sound that ends silently. And that will do. Now, one of the things about the noise channel is that the notes on the keyboard don't necessarily respond to notes in real life. They're kind of unusual. But you'll find some that sound a bit more like some drums than others. So the lowest ones around there sound a bit like a bass drum. And that'll do for a bass drum for me. And the ones in the middle will sound reasonable for a snare drum. And up high, we can use that for a hi-hat. So I'm going to have that one for bass drum, that one for snare, and that one for hi-hat. So onto my channel, onto my pattern here. Just zoom out so we can see a full bar. So I'm going to create a 1-bar drum beat. I'm going to start with bass drum. Where's my bass drum gone? Okay, so that's a note I'm going to use for my bass drum there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I won't have that one there. So I'm just going to solo this channel off by right-clicking and pressing toggle solo channel. That means I won't hear any of the others. I just want to hear this one line. Let's rewind. Okay, so that's my bass drum. I know it doesn't sound a lot like a bass drum, but when you combine all the sounds together, it will sound a bit like drums. That's going to be my snare. So I'm going to alternate bass, snare, bass, snare. Let's have a listen to that. Now, one of the things about the Nintendo is that you can only have one note at once. It might be tempting to think you can have hi-hats on all the beats, but you can't do that. It doesn't work. That was one of the limitations of this sound chip. So I'm going to put my hi-hat between these beats here. In fact, I might go a little bit higher. A little bit higher, yeah, that sound. A little bit softer, a bit higher pitched. Okay, and that is my drum beat now. And it sounds rudimentary, but it's perfectly fine for this. Let's listen to everything together. Let's just unsolo that. And let's press play. And let's repeat it a few times. So we've got the same thing going throughout the whole track. And you get the idea. I think that works quite well as a drum beat, and you can create something much more interesting and complicated if you like.